Good Sunday afternoon. Good Sunday afternoon. How's everyone doing? Huddle. Huddle if you hear me. Microphone check. We out there? Microphone check, check. Who's out there? Sound off, sound off. Tom, aka Nostra Thomas. I am the bommus. How does the expression go? Do as I say, don't do as I do. What I'm talking about is leverage trading. I am not even joking. I got bored. How does the expression go? Idle hands are the devil. I'm trying to adjust this. I'm super hyper focused on my OCD. Yeah, I'm looking at Kucoin right now, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and you're like, what's this guy doing? This guy's always talking about not leverage trading. I'm bored, man. All right, so here's the deal. It's in the title. If you came here looking for news on why Cardano's pumping, I don't have it for you. I looked for it, dude. I think it's just pumping because of the win. I don't know. There's some NFT talk, right? I don't know that that's necessarily any big news. I mean, it's done this a few times recently. We'll look at the chart. We got the futures open in 2 minutes. I'm kind of curious to see how them bad boys are going to open. I'm not really expecting much on the futures. I'm not expecting it to be down big. It's probably going to be a flat, uneventful open. Though we do want to check in. The cryptocurrency market, getting a little jiggy. Cue the Will Smith. Feeling a little frothy, getting a little jiggy. We need to push through it this time, though. We keep pushing up to these highs, these all-time highs, and a lot of the big ones. Binance is ripping, though, man. Maybe I should have put that one in the title. I got me a little bit of Binance. We'll look at that. So yeah, man, I did pull up Kucoin. I put in, it's a pretty cool app. I'm checking it out. If you do want to leverage trade, I'll tell you right now, I highly recommend it. I'm going in, and I tried to put in $250. I bought some Tether on Voyager, and I transferred it over. But it takes like 24 hours plus. I was ready to long some Cardano for a 10x, right? At like $1.23, I was feeling it. And I wish if I'd have gotten in, I'd probably be doing my, some Wolf of Wall Street, walking around the house, king of the world type stuff, pounding my chest. But dude, I'm going in with it, just bored. $250 is really nothing to me. I mean, I know that's a pretty crappy attitude. I mean, it's a little more than nothing, but if I were to lose it, and I'm going in with the attitude I'm going to lose it, right? Like, hopefully I don't get too addicted from it, but I just kind of wanted to mess around with it again. I do kind of want to learn just an entry to learning some leverage trading. I do it all the time in futures, but more of a hedge long term, especially like Bitcoin, etc. I do want to get into a position where if I have a really big Bitcoin position or a really big Ethereum position, or even Cardano, Polkadot, I wouldn't mind hedging, right? I wouldn't mind hedging. So I'm just kind of playing around with it, getting a feel for it. Once that goes through, I mean, I don't know that I'm going to be ready to leverage trade Cardano now that it's pumping. It's at like $1.27 right now. So, we'll see. Let's pull up the stock market because the futures are banging now. I did take a screenshot. So this is my small account. I talk about it all the time. This is my pride and joy. I did take a screenshot to show you. Very transparent over here. I'm not a hype channel. Teach you how to trade. Teach you all the basics. Teach you all the mechanics. If you want to be a sheep, there's plenty of channels out there for you that'll tell you what to buy. Or, I'm not a financial advisor, but I show you how I trade. I do trades all the time. I show you my portfolios, crypto and stock. I started this account in October with $2,500, a dollar cost average $250 a month, and this account's up over 100%. So, $2,500 in, 6 months at $250, that's another $1,500. That puts it at $4,000. Account's at $8,400 in 6 months. My goal is to take this to $25,000 by next October. We're lagging the pace, but we're all in crypto on it now. So if crypto does what I think it can do, it's within the realm of possibility. It's also within the realm of possibility that this account's 2,000 by October because crypto crashes. You've always got to be ready for it. I have done a video recently where I did my crypto Dakota in the house. How you doing, brother? How are you doing? You in any NFT, please? Omni and Flow. I am not in either of those, but I love them both. And I talk about Flow all the time. I will show you what I'm in here in a second when it comes to NFTs. I was pounding the table on Flow a couple weeks ago when it was below 30. Problem is it's so damn hard to buy in the United States. You can buy it over on Kraken, and I could have, and I wanted to. Another problem is when you see my portfolio, I'm kind of like, it's all like right now. I only have like monthly dollar cost average, where I dollar cost average in like 1,000 here, 500 there, right? Like once a month, and I just keep dollar cost averaging in. And my portfolio is diverse enough that I'm just not feeling adding another coin, though I did add Voyager a week and a half ago. That's all I do. I'm going to change my name to Silver Platter Tom, because all I do is deliver silver platters. I've been delivering, I'm on a heater, boys and girls. Nothing special, but I'm on a heater. I've been delivering silver platters and stocks, then crypto in 2020. And still doing it in 2021. I just keep delivering. Call me the mailman, Carl Malone. I'm sorry. So the Nasdaq's down 20. Let's do the market real quick. Let's just see how it's going. I'm not going to do anything in the stock market. Not really feeling much. I'm a bit surprised it's down. I was leaning towards up, but I mean, negative 20 on the Nasdaq's basically flat. Gold's basically flat, down $1. The E-minis down 7. Bitcoin futures are up about 1,200. Let's hop over. So I'll show you my portfolio really quick, so I know you're new, Dakota. Please, everyone, hit them like buttons, hit them subscribe buttons if you're new to the channel. Again, I live stream every morning, 6:25 a.m. PST, before the stock market opens. We hit that stock market. I like to put a lot of options plays on. Sometimes I buy some stocks. You can see like 90%, even in the stock market, it's mostly crypto proxies right now, but you could see like 90 to 95% of my net worth is legit in cryptocurrency. You're looking at it right here. I'm an open book. Voyager was a silver platter I handed out. It's a silver platter at the moment. I don't want to toot my horn too quick because it could all fall apart. But Voyager was at a high of like around $7 recently. It's had a nice 30-40% pullback. We got that Coinbase IPO coming this week. I really think it's going to crank up Voyager, as I talk about all the time. One of the easiest ways to make money in cryptocurrency is find good projects that are down on its butt. And I called out Voyager, Flow, Polkadot, and the graph, and all of those have kicked butt since then. Polkadot was around $30. Flow was below 30. Voyager, I got Voyager at 422. When I did the video, it was at like 4. So people that saw that, that was a really good opportunity for them. And I forget what the other, Theta. Not Theta. The graph, man, that one's. You can see they're all kind of doing that, but at the time the graph was like $1.34, so that's almost a 50% gainer right there. Your NFT question, hands down, they're two of my best performers in this portfolio. Some of my biggest regrets is I didn't buy more, but I'm more of a conservative person. My biggest bags in Cardano, followed by Ethereum, followed by Bitcoin, and then followed by Polkadot. I'm earning interest on Ethereum and Bitcoin in BlockFi. I'm earning some interest on Bitcoin and Voyager. I am going to be moving some of that over because anything over 1 Bitcoin, they lower your interest rate. I have all my Cardano staked on Daedalus, so I have 109,000, roughly 109,000 Cardano. We get paid every 5 days. Oh my goodness. I'm such an idiot. I forgot to put, oh my, sometimes I just get going. So here's my portfolio, right? My apologies. I do have 109,000 Cardano. We get paid every 5 days. Every 5 days it's Christmas. My last payout was 80, a little 80, I want to say like 85 Cardano. Man, every 5 days, are you kidding me? I will take that all day long. Polkadot, 12% on Kraken. I get a little over 2 Polkadot a week. I think Polkadot's going anywhere, possibly $300 this year and over 1,000 in the next 4 to 5 years. So the way I look at it, I'm earning a couple $1,000s a week on Polkadot. Again, I do have an exit strategy. It's a pretty clear-cut exit strategy. I did do a video on that recently. It was a live stream. I should do a legit video on that because I think it's a pretty solid exit strategy, but I'll cover it all the time as this market goes up. Again, the NFT plays engine, 517% on the year. Dude, I only bought like, what did I buy? Average cost, I only bought like $250 of that, man. It's only like 0.75% of my portfolio. My favorite NFT play is Mana. I continue Decentraland. I continue to dollar cost average in. I was calling that out too when it was at like 79 to 84 cents. I said this is a steal. Now it has the potential to go back to that, but I think Decentraland Mana is one of the best plays NFT wise on the board. I think this has a legit chance to go to $10 plus this cycle, $100 plus in the next 5 to 10 years. I mean, I just see so much that can come of this Decentraland. I even have FOMO. I want to buy land there. I really do, man. And I should buy it now when Mana is cheap, but it's a big risk, right? I don't know. Maybe I will put up shop next to Atari. Start slinging my wares. What am I going to sell though? T-shirts? My YouTube channel? That'd be something, right? I have played Decentraland. It's pretty cool. So we'll have to see how that goes. EFI, is that a crypto? I'm going to have to look that up. I've probably heard of it, but I don't know all of them, man. I'm pretty conservative again. It's all like after Cardano, Polkadot, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Binance. Binance is doing really well for me. That's another one I wish I had bought more of. Are you kidding me? Binance is over $500. It is gunning for Ethereum. Its market cap is 78 billion. That is just incredible. Personally, though, I think Cardano is the one that's going to catch Ethereum. I'm just saying, man, that's what I think. So DFI, let's look at that real quick. And, you know, I've already gotten to a point where like I've kind of spread out. You know how it is. Most of us are like this, man. You see this coin, you like it, you want to buy it. Lately, I've been trying to refrain from doing that. And when I do get the itch to just like throw a little bit of money at something, kind of leaning towards some stuff I already have. So just I can continue to increase my bag. Because part of the exit strategy is going to have to manage, you know, getting out of a lot of these coins. And when you got stuff in this wallet, that wallet, this wallet, it's just like, man, you know, when the sky's falling out, it's just like, you really don't want to have to be scrambling like that, right? All right, EFI, what do we got here? EFI, yeah, I'm not familiar with this one. See what we got. I mean, take a circulate. Is this what you're talking about? What the hell, man? 40,000 circulating supply? 2977? Yeah, man, that's scary. Only 4K circulating supply. Yeah, I'm not interested in that one. I mean, don't get me wrong. Problem is with a lot of these coins like this, they just got to get traction, right? They got to catch fire. And who knows what's going to make this catch fire. If something does make it catch fire, this thing can go to the moon. But a 40K circulating supply, that is crazy low. I mean, is that even accurate? What is 40,000 times 3 would be like 1 point, what is that? 40,000 times 3,000, 120 million? What is this even? Yeah, 118 million. I guess that is accurate. I guess I could have just looked at that first. But Cardano, let's take a look at the charts real quick. Part of my exit strategy is watching. It's tough though, man, because I was looking at it, but if Bitcoin gets up near this top, this logarithmic growth curve, which does have it hitting around 150,000 by the end of the year, that's when I get nervous, just because, I mean, it's only 3 data points, but so far it's fit to that and it dumps. And if we see a big dump, the rest of the altcoins are going to go with it. So you kind of just have to hold on. If it rebounds and then the altcoins continue to pump, that's kind of a sign to get out of your Bitcoin, let your altcoins pump a little bit, and then start getting out of those. So it's going to be a bit of a fluid dynamic situation, but that is going to be what it is. So yeah, the whole market in general though, man, it's getting tough. Like, in my opinion, if Bitcoin doesn't it keeps pushing up to this, but it just keeps hitting this ceiling, all of them. Bitcoin, Ethereum, it just keeps getting up. Ethereum's kind of blasted through its ceiling by about 10%, right? So that's really kind of the only one that has. We got Cardano, but even Ethereum still kind of around this level. It's about 10% above the level it was mid-February. Cardano, man, it's been hovering around this since like the end of February. Cardano needs to get past, I think, this $1.27 to about a $1.38 level. This level right here is really important. We can get a close above that, even a $1.50, then I think it's off to the races, close to $2. But I don't know that that's going to happen without some of these birdies that we need. One of those birdies that Charles is talking about. We got Alfonso coming in about a month though, right? The end of May. So about 6 weeks from now. That might be a good chance. Ian Tubby in the house. How you doing, brother? Yeah, I can answer that for you, Ian. So Cardano is still one of my favorite ones to buy. I'm still buying it. Just even thinking about the fact that how close Alfonso's coming, the fact that a real birdie hasn't dropped yet, and we got kind of some NFT chatter with Cardano that might be leading to a little bit of this pump. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm considering FOMOing in some more Cardano right now, and then Polkadot's another one of my favorites. I say this every now and then that, like, sometimes I wish I would have just all in Polkadot from the get-go. Could you imagine, like, putting in, because I originally bought it at $16. So could you imagine buying like $200,000 worth of Polkadot at $16? Now almost a 3x. So I'd be at about close to like 550,000, getting 12% a month, which would be close to like $6,000 a month. I don't know. My math's probably off on that a little bit in interest. You talk about risky as hell, but then again, man, I personally think Polkadot's going to 1,000 in its lifetime, easy. So in Bitcoin mining halves every 4 years, 2012, 2016, 2020, May of 2020, and it'll happen again in 2024. So what happens is the mining gets halved. So the amount of Bitcoin that can be mined on a per day basis, the algorithm, the hash to mine it goes up. And right now you can mine, I think it's 900 Bitcoin a day. Well, in 2024, that'll get halved to 450, then 225. And then the last year, something like 2140 goes to like, because eventually it's going to be fractions, right? So it's just this built-in deflationary thing of supply and demand. It gets harder and harder. So that's like, I mean, that's just one of the reasons. Like, once people understand that, they realize that $60,000 Bitcoin is ridiculously cheap. For me, just continue to keep buying Bitcoin at minimum, right? And you're going to be just fine. Even small amounts, guys. Like in my small account over here, I only have 0.02 Bitcoin. I don't, what does that even equal? Now that's worth $1,300. I started off, dude, I don't even remember. I want to say like I don't know, man. Profit and loss $122. So I bought in about $1,100, I guess, worth of Bitcoin. But it goes up pretty good, man. And so eventually, you know, they say 0.01 Bitcoin will make you wealthy. So even you don't have a lot of cash, or if you're, you know, you're working part-time, or times are tough, man, you gotta, that's a hard one. And I know times are tough out there, but I talk about it all the time. Just watch your expenses, use things like Truebill. I was spending money like crazy. Truebill and Personal Capital, there's some apps out there that'll show you where you're just squandering money. Tighten up, tighten your belt, right? Like if you got a Hulu account, you got a freaking Netflix account, you got a YouTube Red, you got, you know, this and that, Disney, like cut 3 or 4 of them off and just like binge 1 or 2 at a time, and then kind of rotate, you know, or just cut them all off. Go read a book. I know that one kind of sucks, but fast food was killing it for me, man. I was spending too much money. You're welcome, Ian. Hopefully the altcoins can break that cycle and not be... Nah, I don't think that's ever going to happen. And I was looking at it. So let's take a look, because it's part of my exit strategy. So what happens is Bitcoin is going to dump. So let's go back to the last one. Bitcoin is going to dump. And this is what makes it so tough, man. It's going to dump. And it did that in the previous cycle too. It was very similar. This particular chart only, so we're only going to look at this one. But it dumps hard, man. And it dumped like in 8 days, it dumped 43%. I don't know that we're necessarily going to see that this time because of all the institutional support, but it can happen. And then from that, it went back up another 58%, but it was still down about 12% off its all-time highs. So if we see a big dump like that and a big dead cat bounce, you got to start getting a little nervous, right? And especially for me, I'm going to be viewing that plus this logarithmic growth curve. Now, this logarithmic growth curve is not by any means set in stone, right? This isn't a commandment. This isn't a guarantee. It's just what I'm hitching my wagon to, right? And I'll be, you know, if Bitcoin's 150,000, I'm going to be up a lot in my portfolio, both in Bitcoin and everything, right? So I've got to at least start, like if I'm up 1,000% on everything and I haven't taken profits, I mean, that's criminal. I've at least got to take my initial investment off the board of around 200,000, right? So that's kind of what I'm going to be looking to do, maybe take more. I'm really kind of hoping I get into the long-term capital gains, but I'm not going to let that stop me from taking profits, because it's better to pay short-term capital gains than take a loss, right? So this is going to crash, and we're at about 19 days into a 40% crash. This is the volatility, man. This is where it gets tough, right? So then 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, about 21 days later, we've crashed 40-some% and then got back 58% of that crash, but we're still down about 14%. So we're 3 weeks in, right? There's not a lot of room here. There's not. So if we come back, Ethereum, same time. Oh, maybe it's a bit better than I thought, right? So here, all right, so here's December 18th when the Bitcoin crash happens. And this is what I noticed, and this is what makes it tough, but it crashed with it. 8 days, it crashed 41%. It went right with it. But then it goes freaking parabolic, right? So that's the sign. Write this down. That is the sign. It goes parabolic. Bitcoin is going to go up, but altcoins are going to go parabolic. Ethereum is going to be an indicator. It went in 4 weeks, where Bitcoin went up 58% in 3 weeks. If Ethereum is heavy, like 270% in 4 weeks. So if Bitcoin is going up like 50, 60%, and we're looking like a nice gain, but we're seeing Ethereum greatly outpacing the dominance and going like crazy parabolic, then boom, man, that's when you know, start taking some profits. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm looking at that parabolic growth curve. I'm always going to have that on my mind. Now, anything can happen before that, right? This is just a strategy that I keep trying to reinforce in my head. That way, try not to get too greedy, right? There's some other things you can look at, the stock to flow and its indicators. But that's what I'm looking at, man. I'm looking for that logarithmic growth curve, keeping that in my mind. And I'm looking for a massive altcoin season to pump. So everything's going to dump. They're both going to pump, but the altcoins are just going to go freaking parabolic. Right. And that's, to me, is going to be like, man, I'm not. So I've already gone on record as saying I don't know that this history is going to repeat itself like that. So I'm also kind of wary of that. And it's kind of already, you know, my theory is it's going to be a slower move up. The thing is that parabolic move always comes at the end. So it's way too early. You got to be nimble when it comes to cryptocurrency. And as I always say, never put in more than you can afford to lose. I say that I don't have in more than I can afford to lose, but if I lose this money, man, I'm going to be devastated. So, I mean, I'll be back to pretty much living paycheck to paycheck, which doesn't thrill me, but, so I don't know. It is a stressful time. You know, I'm trying to get that retirement money. I don't think it's going to happen with YouTube. I don't think I'm going to have 1 million subscribers making that paycheck. And I don't really want to be, like, even honestly, I don't want to be famous on YouTube. And I don't really want to make my money off YouTube, right? I'd much rather hit it big in crypto and be able to have fun, be able to continue to make money in the stock market, maybe get in real estate, just hang out with y'all and chat. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I've been waxing on. One last look at my portfolio. Let's take one last look at how crypto's doing. It's feeling like it, again, man, if it doesn't push this week, I don't know, because we're going to need some news. And I feel like the Coinbase is going to be the one. That Coinbase is going to be, that IPO is going to be crazy on Wednesday. I will try and maybe live stream, but I probably won't be able to be honest. I got a lot going on with some tests I have to have done. A test I have to take and work and things like that. So probably not going to happen, though I'd love to live stream that. I do think it's going to cause a big push in crypto. Again, I've also got some theories that earnings season's coming up in the stock market for all the big companies. Elon just tweeted a very cryptic tweet. Dude, what are you tweeting, bro? What's going to moon, bro? Or is SpaceX about to buy Bitcoin? Is Tesla getting ready to add Cardano to the balance sheet? That's what I want to know. Yeah, man. Yep. That's my getaway car, bro. That's my, I need to change it to black. That was just kind of a joke. My Ferrari. I don't know why everyone wants Lambos. But I put the Tesla Model 3 in my little phone. And it was like, bloop, yep, I want the performance model, bloop, yep, I want full self-driving, bloop, I want white interior. You know, it was like 70,000. I also want the Cybertruck, but dude, I'm so close to ordering that Model 3, but it's like $900 a month in car payments. I mean, obviously I can afford that, but I'd much rather put $900 a month into cryptocurrency during this massive bull run, and then that way next year I could buy 10 Teslas is my thought, right? So I'm refraining, again, watching your expenses. Don't spend money on things you don't need. I don't need a Tesla. Dude, I drive like, what's going on in the world? I put on, in the last year, I probably put on less. I used to put on about 1,000 plus a month miles. Probably put on 2,000 miles for the entire year. Our Mambo, how you doing? 88? Yeah, man, I don't know what chart you're looking at, brother. 88 keeps trying to go up and then keep pulling back. That's what we talked about. Ooh, $1.28, baby. Let's go. Hashtag LFG, man. It's getting to that point where like it's butting up against this resistance again. It needs to hold. It needs to hold. And I think we're off to the moons. Again, I don't know what's causing this, right? I really don't. There's just a little bit of NFT talk. But there's nothing. I look. Does anyone know what's going on out there? Watch Tether. That's one of my jokes. Hey, Franco, how you doing? I don't know if you're joking, Franco, but that's one of my jokes. People ask me, what should I buy out there? And I'm like, buy some Tether, man. That shit's ready to break out, son, right? But some people, like, it's also kind of a test. The people like, really? I'm like, dude, go back to stocks. But watch Tether because of how much volume there is, though. There's probably something to that if that's what you mean. Man, speaking of that, you're sucking me back in, Doge. Don't get me started on Doge. Doge is such a XRP, man. XRP is freaking crazy. Like, don't get me wrong. I did a stream on XRP the other day. I like XRP. I don't own any. It's too risky. And this news that they're having right now, there's no reason to be like breaking out the pom poms, man. Like it was a small victory, but they're nowhere near winning the war. This Binance coin, freaking incredible! I cannot believe this. 80 billion market cap. It is less. What is that? 240. My math's not that good. Let's pull up the calculator. Sunday afternoon. 246. Am I doing this right? Divided by 79. It's almost a 3x away from taking Ethereum. What say you? Can it happen? I don't think Binance coin's taking out Ethereum. I think Binance. I like Binance a lot. One of my biggest regrets is I didn't buy more Binance. Right? I should have bought a lot more Binance. I did not see this coming at all. Like when I bought Binance, it was like, man, this is a good product just because you can get cheaper fees. I didn't even understand the smart chain stuff. I think a lot of the smart chain, though, and some of the projects going over there is a little bit overhyped. Honestly, if I was a trader, I would seriously considering selling some of my Binance right now. But long term, I think Binance will be, I think Binance, XRP, Cardano, Polkadot, at minimum, all of those will see Ethereum's current market cap at minimum. So they're all going to see 200, 300 billion market cap at minimum. Probably even this year, right? And that's why I'm tied so heavily into all of those. I do think Ethereum will see 1 trillion plus this year. Guys and gals, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I can most certainly be wrong. Do not listen to YouTubers. I say this all the time. Hit those like buttons, hit those subscribe buttons. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is a non-hype channel. I show you my trades, I show you my portfolios, and I tell you the real deal Holyfield. So that is what it is, man. I am seriously going to wrap this up. I love you guys. Be back 6:25 a.m. PST. Be there, be square, and peace.